Hello again, welcome back to another daily buying of Isaac Repentance. It is April 2nd, 2023. Make sure, let me check to see if everything's recording here. Looks like everything's okay. All right. Oh boy. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been playing Isaac and making videos. So I guess I could just owe you guys an update here. Might keep some of you in the dark. I made some backlog stuff, but I didn't upload the rest of them. Oh, what's going on now? When does it go away? But I didn't upload all of them, and I didn't expect to be gone longer than a week. And so that was that too. And anyways, I ran out of videos. So I posted a note night of that I was going to run out of the video. The night before I was going to run out of the videos. Just kind of give you guys a heads up. So if you didn't read it, I'll just kind of give you a synopsis. So I was out doing some stuff a couple weekends ago. And it wasn't until Tuesday of not last week, but the week before, I started getting sick. Had a bit of a sore throat. It's like, okay, I know what is coming on. It's a sore throat with a cold mix. It's going to evolve from a sore throat to a cold. Sinus infection, whatever, right? Like, okay. I mean, I've dealt with that before. I caught it from somebody. And it's like, okay. So I tried sleeping it off, and I had a bit of a fever. The highest I got was like 101. So it was fairly high. But I was sick. So I spent, a better part of the week, that week, resting, getting plenty of fluids, dealing with a sore throat I could not, really remedy. I tried different things to remedy it. Gargling salt water. Another one too, gargling apple cider vinegar, which I don't think it worked too well either. So I kind of gave up on that. So I didn't endure the pain. And fortunately, it wasn't any strep throat. But it evolved later on last Sunday, so last week, into something else. Well, actually, it evolved before last Sunday. It evolved probably around Thursday or Friday, maybe, to something else. And I didn't quite get what it was at first. I had maybe an inkling what it could be, but I wasn't quite sure yet. And then it kind of got worse. It's like, okay, I think I got pneumonia. And so I contacted a nurse, a on-call nurse or whatever like that, a doctor or something like that, 24-hour thing. So I did a webcam thing or whatever. Never done it before. And described the symptoms as without telling me oh yeah, it sounds like you got it. Instead, I was prescribed antibiotics to combat such a thing. And I was like, okay. I went out the next day and got antibiotics, and then I've been slowly getting better since. I still got antibiotics to take still. It's been going away. Most of it's pretty much gone. I might have a little coughing up something here and there, but nothing where it's super difficult to do before. I caught it early. That's what matters. So it didn't get super bad. Like when I had it several years ago when it was super bad. So I caught it early. And at the same time, because of this coughing and spitting stuff up, and then also a little bit of a sore throat later on, kind of creeped back because of the dry throat and everything. The dry throat was causing this sore throat to kind of come back a little bit again. I mean, it wasn't coming back with a full force, but it was just kind of its own thing. And so anyways, because of that, I've been having a lack of sleep the last few days, several days. Or not several days, probably the last few days. About a week, let's say. And yeah, so I'm kind of running on fumes, and I thought about napping earlier, but I was like, I need to fix my sleep schedule, so this was my opportunity to do it. instead of being too much of a night owl. And so, yeah, it was one thing after another. Better part of 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Tuesday. This Tuesday. So that was going on. So I thought about making some videos last week of like Isaac mobile plays or something, but my throat, I was sick. Because of my throat issues, I was sick, coughing, everything else. It had been pretty difficult. And I had to stop reading Harry Potter, of course, out loud because my throat wasn't adaptable. It's better today, and I did it today, but it was still a little bit irritated with the dry throatness from reading it. Because I just finished Goblet of Fire like 2 weeks ago. And I hadn't really got around to start Order of the Phoenix. So there's that. Lol. Yeah, so there's that. And then what else was going on? Like, oh yeah, the big storms that were coming through the Midwest and South and everything else. Yeah, I watched a funnel cloud go by me. Narrowly hitting my general direction. That'll kill me, by the way. 2 hearts? Really? I thought it's like 1 heart deals across the board. Well, can't get that. Or the more you know. So yeah, I've been mostly just kind of resting, healing for the first part of the week, and the second part of the week suffering by not able to rest and coughing. I mean, the phlegm's been reduced significantly, thank God. The phlegm spitting stuff up kind of thing. Wasn't really much yellow. It was mostly just kind of green sludge. Not like a bunch of it. But I caught it early, that's what matters. I recognize it because I've had pneumonia before. So I have a good inkling of what it is. Thank God it wasn't bronchitis. Because I'll be coughing real loudly, probably real hard, and probably even more stuff. I mean, not to say that pneumonia is less dangerous than bronchitis. It could be equally bad. But fortunately, I didn't have issues. And also, I forgot to add too, when I first started getting sick, like a few days after I started getting sick, I checked to see on a COVID home test to see if I had COVID or not. Just curiosity sake, because I did have like a fever of some sort and stuff. I tested negative. And plus also if I did have COVID too, if it was a false negative, like, I don't think the antibiotics would work with this sickness because I'm getting over it fairly quickly thanks to the antibiotics. It's been helping me. And I was trying to process my insurance with something too on top of that. And turned out like, oh wait, yeah, that's right, I didn't have insurance for this company or whatever. And it's like, oh well, I'll just pay it out of pocket or whatever. And then the bill came total. It's like, oh yeah, it's $160 something. It's like, what? And thankfully for them, they were kind enough to say like, oh, we have a RX like discount thing, so it's like, you know, $25. I'm like, thank God. I mean, it's not to say I can't afford it. It's just, you know, it's another kick in the nuts financially with that. I'll find ways to like pay it off. I mean, I have a credit card, so I have a way to pay it for emergencies. And then pay that off eventually. Shit, I'm almost dead. Oh my goodness. I am not like on my game right now. Oh, you're throwing me off with these laser lights. So yeah, that's been kind of the synopsis of things. Been doing other stuff too. Behind the scenes with things. Not so much with content creating. I've been out of doing that. I've been just focusing on healing. I'm still sick, but I'm still going to take it easy right now. Still taking it easy. I'm not going to overdo things. Going back on my diet tomorrow too. I haven't been keto friendly the last couple of weeks either. Eating a bunch of fruit snacks and Perkins food and all those other stuff. Though I must say, if you ever considered getting fruit snacks, in my honest opinions, I feel like Target fruit snacks are better than the Welch's. Hands down. Someone was telling me it's not as tasty as it used to be, the Target ones. I can't remember them back then. I've had them back then, I just don't remember how well they tasted for me. But as it currently standing, I feel like the Target ones taste a lot better. Like you can notice a difference with tasting, different tasting flavors. Oh, thank goodness. Give me a black card, not a spider that will kill me in this run early. There you go. Well, you gave me A hearts. Can't be too mad about that. At least it wasn't a health down. So yeah, I've been having a wild week. And can I say this too? Next Sunday is already Easter. What the hell? I mean, I've been sick for most of the 2 weeks. And someone was telling me the other day, I was like, oh yeah, by the way, you know Easter's next week? I was like, son of a bitch, really? It is? It's next Sunday? What? Man, time flies, let me tell you. So, I'm going to have to kind of create a more backlogs. I've got a few videos I got to upload yet, plus this one. So, I'm going to make a fair amount of a backlog, a week probably worth, at least, to kind of like, you know, have things prepared for like Easter, because I won't be playing stuff on Easter, obviously, but like, or stream. And then also give me a chance to kind of heal a little bit more too, and not overdo things. I'll be making videos, but it's going to be a little bit of a slow thing I'm starting right now. Give my body a break. Streaming, that's going to be determined by the time this video comes out. Actually, you know what? Maybe not by the time this video comes out, because I still don't know what the future's going to entail. If this is going to evolve to something else, or I'm still healing. Also, if those tornadoes don't come and get me on Tuesday. Because I was watching. Yeah, so to give you a context, I had a couple tornadoes that nearly hit me. And I actually took a photo of a funnel that, and it was definitely the one that touched down in another city. It just kind of picked itself up, and then it kind of touched down in another city nearby. So yeah, it's yeah, that, and then it was something like southern to me. It's like another one, same strength and stuff. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then it's like learn about like, oh yeah, by the way, round 2 is coming up, and also I was like, okay. And then as like I learned too, it's like also the Colorado model was the one that was, it's fairly new, more accurate, and it was the one that was predicting the last storms. It's like, oh great, oh joy. I mean, I guess that's good to know that it's more accurate, to be like, instead of being dismissive with storms. Oh, the tornado alarm went off again, Barbara. Might be just thunderstorms again. I was actually reading something about a city near my hometown got hit by a EF2, just like, you know, the city near us and all that stuff. And oh wait, never mind. You're a poop dude. Not poop dude. You're a charge dude. I don't want you. Get on my site. Good pill. Yay. And anyways, I was reading about that. Evidently, the storm alarms didn't go off until nearly 30 minutes after the storm passed. It stripped off some of these mobile homes and some roofing and stuff like that. A couple injuries in this town. And while they're outside assessing the damage, check on the neighbors, the tornado alarms went off. I can imagine that would just confuse the hell out of people coming through. It's like, why did tornado alarms didn't go off when the tornado was coming down? And then all of a sudden, the damn things go off half an hour after the fact. It's like, oh God, is there a second wave coming that we don't know about? That's what probably imagine they were some of them were thinking is like, why the fuck is it going off again? Is there another tornado coming for us? Is there a bigger one this time? Coming to wipe us off the map this time, round 2. They had one I seen on YouTube talking about it. The town in Illinois or something got hit by 2 different tornadoes, both F4s. We call them EF4s anymore, but no, I'm gonna stick in the old school. It's it's F4s, like on a keyboard. Got hit by one tornado, took out half of a town, and then another tornado came by and took the other half of the town. And they decided not to, like, repair it or anything. They just abandoned the town. I've also seen other stories too about, like, yeah, it was like even further back in, was it the 1800s or early 1900s, especially. There was another town that was like that in this Illinois town or whatever. It just wiped them out completely. This F5. It was like the longest like path this in history of a tornado took or whatever, the strongest or deadliest, something like that. I think it was like the longest path it took, over a couple 100 miles, I think. I know what you are, dude. Get away from me. Oh, I forgot to mention too, there was also a tornado that was actually a little bit south of me, but by the time it came to, you know, my county, it dissipated, and it was an EF4. I'm like, oh great! It just all these different things nearby. Oh, I fucked that up. Yeah, so we'll see what happened on Tuesday, because it's the exact same kind of, you know, highest probability thing going on right now. And also I seen like up in the north, like, oh, there's gonna be a, it's like about like the northern part of the US was talking about like, oh yeah, by the way, there's like a big snowstorm. Oh yeah, the northern part, and I think the plains or something like that was gonna get like a bunch of snow, over a foot of snow. I'm like, holy shit. I guess they got like a bunch of snow too when all this rain and thunderstorms were going on. And I'm like, shit. Got like 8 inches of snow at least in some places. Going for round 2. I'm like, fucking A. To be fair, we do need the rain. Here, at least. I don't need more snow. Grass at this point is like green now. And why I left, before I left, I went to the gas station. It was a BP. And when I came back, there's like absolutely zero indication of anything happening there. It was just a gas station or whatever. Came back and it turned into a completely different gas station. Like, fixed it up to the inside, rebranded everything. I was like, what the fuck happened? I was going. It's just gone. No more BP. It was like something else. And BP gas is actually better because it's not so watered down like others. Better fuel efficiency, so to speak. And yeah, it was just like that kind of went on too, and it was like crap. I did go out later on in the other city to kind of assess the damage, just kind of look and stuff, and there was like a bunch of cars going out there gawking. And then it was like the same thing next day, only I wasn't going out there to look at it. It was just like, want to go somewhere that's on the path out there. And it was just like more people gawking. Yes, I admit I was part of the gawkers. The day one, just the day one thing going by. That was it. Like, there's a bunch of aluminum and stuff, like, I guess like aluminum siding or roofing or whatever. They use like really cheap material for these apartments and other buildings, like real cheap stuff. And EF2 like stripped it off, stripped the walls, and it just, I don't know, like, actually, you know, funny enough, I was actually looking to get an apartment out there years ago around that town area, and I changed my mind. Good thing. Look at that. We got all that goodies. I mean, I think I would have been, well, not in that exact area where that storm hit, because the tornado did some weird thing where it just kind of like touched down and came back up, so he just kind of selectively chose what to eat, what to strip off the foundations. We're not completely stripped off the foundations, but you know, it kind of just damaged the buildings and whatever to some degree. I could say for certain that is my 4th tornado I've seen. My first one, well, technically not a tornado, but it was something I seen in the 90s in this, it was in this, science museum thing, and it just created like this little funnel of a tornado whispering around in some water or whatever. That was my first tornado experience. Thank you very much. Second one, I was traveling, and it was in South Dakota, I believe it was. What was it? It was near the Badlands. On the way to the Badlands. You know where that is? I think it was South Dakota. They had the corn. No, that's not the Corn Palace. No, Corn Palace was a different state. It was Waldrug or whatever it was called. Some kind of infamous place that I had never heard of and people talk about, and I was like, okay. Badlands is cool, by the way. If you ever want to go to if you want to do something of like kind of a state park thing, that's kind of a cool place to see it. Like kind of the mountains, and watch out for coyotes though. They're out there. It didn't catch me off guard. They were just kind of peeking their heads over a hill, and with me and some others peeking over their head, over the hill back and forth with the others, just like watching us. Probably just trying to hunt us or something. They're not stupid. They're just, you know, they're dogs. They're old doggos. Good puppers. So we'll see. I was actually watching a live stream of someone using a dash cam live stream thing, storm chasing, and it kept cutting out and stuff like that. So I was trying to figure out where he's seen the damn tornado. It's coming towards us, and he didn't say where it's going or anything. So I had to kind of guesstimate what direction he's going to and what behind it and everything. And then like he ended up cussing, and he just spent like 5 minutes apologizing for it. It's like, look, if I'm stuck in knee deep in shit with a tornado and stuff, I'm gonna take that because I don't know if I'm going up or down. I think I might be going down. If I'm getting stuck by a middle of a storm, stuff like that, I'm gonna be cussing. And that's not me like doing it on purpose. I don't have Tourette's. Let me just put this out there. It's not like I can control it if I keep at it, you know? It's like, you know, sticking with a diet. I have a bad habit when it comes to cussing. It's not Tourette's. It's just I have a very bad habit. I'm not making an excuse of like, oh, I can't help it, I have no filter nonsense. No, I grew up with a bad habit with it, of cussing. Now, having said that, I would be cussing in that kind of context if I'm getting followed by a tornado, or if I'm getting intercepted by one. Or if I get stuck in the mud or something else happens. I was overhearing too, like some person from the fire department was going out harassing the storm chaser about something. I forgot what it was. Harassing the storm chaser. I forgot what it was about, but he was essentially trying to warn others about the storm. He was driving around in his truck and acting like an asshole. Like, oh, we got one of these people out in the Middle of everything. Honestly, that he was probably an off-duty or a retired fire person. Maybe he wasn't, but apparently, claim was that he was. I don't know if it was claimed it from him or he had some kind of like license, because like there's a license plating. If you're from the fire department, you can have special license plating for your personal vehicles. So I don't know about police vehicles around here. Fire department, I definitely know that. I think personal vehicles. But anyways, yeah. Somebody from the fire department is yelling at me about like, ah. And I guess the storm chaser was trying to explain what his job is. You know, storm chase to, you know, figure out where the path of storm is going on, assess the damage, and call in, you know, resources from the fire department. Same one that this guy works at. To tip him off. Hey, there's down electrical poles. This person's injured, you know? They're kind of like the first, kind of like this on-call thing, the first responders of their own kind. To let the first responders know about what's going on, you know? Communicate with law enforcement and everything else. That's the whole point of things. Of being a storm chaser. And to alert news media and everything else to where it's coming from. Which, by the way, I've been thinking about doing some storm chasing, storm spotting classes. Been thinking about it. I don't know if I missed it or not. I think I might have. I gotta have to double check. I don't think I did, but something tells me I might have. I'm thinking about doing that. Be a spotter of some sort. It's free, volunteer stuff. At least I'll be like one of the eyes out there, I guess. I'm not driving around. I don't have a vehicle. I'm not riding on my bicycle either. If I get a bicycle. Even if I got a bicycle, I would not be riding a bicycle in this stuff. Hell no. Hell to the no. And I am close to death here. I have been not getting much stuff here in this run. It's been helping me too much. Damage-wise, yeah. Anything else, I scoff at that. Miss boss rush, whatever. Importance of survivability. Probably because you've been taking the devil deals. Yeah, that's part of it, but at the same time, what else is there for me to get? Angel deals? It may just give me like, oh yeah, soul hearts. I mean, soul hearts is fine, but like, lack of damage isn't with soul hearts. I'd rather have like damage than a bunch of soul hearts and a lack of damage. That's hell itself. It's hell incarnate. I am fucking up so badly tonight. I apologize for this ornery language. I don't have a filter. As I said earlier, there's no excuse for the filter thing, but now I'm making an excuse out of it because I want to be convenient with it. I'm be hanging on with a crutch. We got your friends at the end. Is that what you give me, you jerk? Oh, that's just fun. And yes, we are going down, so I think it's going to help me a little bit if I make it there. Okay. What is my boss now? Curiosity's sake. I keep skipping these things. Oh, matriarch. Well, I hope I get a bunch of soul hearts out of it, or red hearts that I can turn the soul hearts, or whatever. Assuming they didn't patch that. I think they did, but I can't remember the life of me. But yeah, I kind of found it comical, just like some random person. Like, you're just, Probably just upset that he thinks that he's like, you don't know what you're doing, I'm this kind of person. America. I don't know. I mean, it's good to keep it cool with him, because you don't know what he's going to do. Start firing your vehicle or what, I don't know. I don't know what an angry firefighter would do. I mean, what's to say he's even a firefighter? He might be just full of it. Might be just drunk and just driving around. He's like, I'm a firefighter. Oh, 1 second here. Okay, and I am back. Sorry. Oh, actually not. Wait, why am I apologizing? 1 second. Oh, I don't have my shoes on. 1 second. I totally forgot about that. Okay, now I'm back. Yeah, I totally forgot. I wasn't standing on the mattress, and I was barefooted and stuff. Totally forgot. I don't want a bunch of pain again. Most of the pains actually went away. I got sick because I was bedridden. I have a little bit kind of pulling. I noticed today for the last couple of days, but oh, I'm fucked. Kinda. Unless I can find myself a soul hearts pretty soon. Yeah, that's going on. A little bit. Not right now, but. Oh, fuck me. Oh, yep. Okay. 2,465th place. Yeah, of course. Kind of tired, you know. I was gonna say, like, I just also took my antibiotic tonight, so lol. Gotta wait a couple hours at least to take my magnesium, because I guess that interferes with the absorption. Because part of the instructions on there says, don't take an antacid that has magnesium or like an antacid or whatever, or aluminum. I'm just like, what, aluminum? Hold up. But yeah, so I would say magnesium supplements technically count as something like that, so I had to wait a couple hours. Anyways, whatever. I didn't make it far with this too much, which is not a surprise. I was reckless a little bit, and it's been a couple weeks since I played too, so whatever. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.